Hey gang, this is Andy over at the Facebook Live TV show. Just rocking out. This is a really good song. And it started right when I started this broadcast. Alexa, stop. Oh, that was a good song. You're lucky that I'm not showing you any tears. All right. I don't mind showing you all that because this is just a test of the new Blackmagic web presenter, which I just got. Ooh, where is my camera? There it is. I'll actually show you from another position here in a second, which is allowing me to connect to this camera here, which is a Linux. It just decided to turn off. You know what? I thought about this in the shower. Sorry. I thought about this in the shower that, oh, of course. Okay, hold on. This is on the fly. Hold on, stand by. I'm coming back. It's a good thing I don't have a huge audience. Oh, man. Anyway, I'd been testing it, and apparently I had run the batteries down because I was testing all aspects of it. Good thing you should always do, and that is, I just saw that my autofocus has not been turned on this camera. All the things that I tell people not to do. And as a matter of fact, there was somebody's broadcast the other day. I told him, and this was, I won't tell you who it was, but he had autofocus left on his Logitech, and it kept messing up his green screen. And I private messaged him to let him know that the autofocus had not been turned off, and thereby was causing some glitches. So I have to take this camera off because the battery is dead. Hold on. And I will continue with this broadcast in just one moment. Oh, the shenanigans that is happening on this broadcast. Anybody who's watching who has not gone live yet and they are concerned that they are going to look like a fool if they go live, just watch one of my broadcasts. You'll understand why it's not that big of a deal. Just get over it. Because things happen, and there's not a whole heck of a lot that you're going to be able to do about all of that. Hold on, I'm going to have my back turned to you for 1 second. There we go. All right, I should be all back on. Let me check and see. Make sure that this camera is actually locked. Yep, okay, good. All right, back to what I was telling you. All right, so I have the new Blackmagic web presenter, which is allowing me to connect to my Linux, which is now has a fully charged battery and is ready to go. I'm going to put this battery in the charger so that it'll be charged, and I can do stuff like that. Just think, if I wouldn't have taken the time or the expense to purchasing a second camera or a second battery, I would be in a world of hurt. So what does the Blackmagic do? It allows you to connect to a professional camera, which when I have the settings differently than what I do now, you can actually have that depth of field. You can have a fantastic camera. Not that this Logitech is that bad. I think that the camera actually is fantastic for the price and looks really good. This is not going to look that great because I'm shooting in another direction. You can see I have a little bit of light here. That's only to counteract the light that's going to be coming from the windows, which you're going to see here. But I can connect to this camera here and now have a 2-camera shot using a very professional camera. Again, the reason you're getting that different lighting is because we have this light coming through here. The camera is compensating for that. Even though I have a light shining, it's just enough so that you can see the screen and that kind of stuff. And you can see my broadcast software that I'm using right here. This is called Mimo Live. Now, I have another piece that's coming in Amazon world. They ship things separately because they come from different places. There is a front that goes onto this. I'm going to show you a little bit more just during this test, only because I want to see how everything works. And I think that there may be a little bit of delay between the sound and what you're seeing on the camera. There is that possibility. So let me go ahead and come back to this camera for just a second. So having this Linux now that I can move around and do other stuff with is going to just open up a little bit more of what I can do, whether it's here when I'm teaching my students or what I'm doing in my studio or in the field. If I take my laptop, I can take the Blackmagic web presenter and the various tools and do some 2-shot types of broadcasts where I may be interviewing somebody and then wanting to show maybe the kitchen. I'm at a restaurant trying to do a presentation at a restaurant and want to show the kitchen. I can actually have this camera set up so that it's pointing towards the kitchen. And then when we are interviewing and I want to show the rest of the restaurant or the kitchen, we can go to that other camera while we're still broadcasting live on Facebook or live on YouTube or Instagram or Twitter. And do that because I'm using this web presenter. You can also hook in a separate microphone also. So there's some great things that you can do here in having this ability to switch back and forth between one camera and the other, and again, connect further components. Now, there's some things you need to know about this fine piece of equipment here. Oh, let me go back to this camera here. This is all it is. It's a box. It's about this size here, right? And it's not that big, but it has all these ports in the back that you connect to. I'm going to show you a different look of what it is that you can see as what's in the back of this. So you see all these different ports. So the top picture obviously is what it looks like in the front. Now there's going to be another component that goes to the front of that thing, and then it'll allow me to easier switch from camera to camera from the Blackmagic and not just from the Mimo Live. So that's a whole nother. I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff in the private group, so you can go there and watch how I connect everything and how it all works and some of the things you need to know. But I'm just giving you a quick overview of what you have here, and then. You have on the left, you have the power source, which incidentally, it does not come with, which I'm going to show you all the components you need to get. Only thing that comes in the box is this thing, right? This piece of equipment is the only thing it comes with. No cables, no electric cord to plug into the wall, nothing. It comes with the box. Everything is sold separately. All right, or you buy it separately. All right, so that's what it looks like in the back. You can connect to, of course, HDMI, which is what I'm connecting from my camera. My Linux is using a mini to a full-size HDMI. The three-prong thing that looks like a kind of like a two eyes and a nose without the smiley face is the microphone connection, the three-prong microphone connection, audio connection, and then these other things here. So, and we don't need to know about those at this point. Only thing you need to know that you need to have is the electric, the video camera plug that goes into that kind of weird-looking plug that's to the left of the three cable connectors. And I'll show you in just a minute, and then the HDMI, and then you just maybe need to know about the mic stuff. All right, so we're gonna come back from that. Oh, let's go back to this camera here. All right, so again, remembering that when it comes in the mail, when it comes from Amazon, it only comes with this thing right there. That's it. That's all you get. All right, so what it is that you need to have, just so you know, and I'll give you a recommendation for one more piece of equipment that you may need to have. So let's go to my other, let's go to the website here that I'm going to show you. Oops, wrong. Let me get rid of that first. Let me fix it so that you don't see that infinity video. That's a little wacky. All right, so I'm going to move it over here. All right, so let's go to the first thing that you need. All right, so this is the first thing you're gonna need. And I'll actually take the link and put it in the text here. Copy that way you know what to get. And again, of course, I am using an affiliate link, of course. All right, so here is, you need the power cord, right? It's strange. It's one of the few things that you ever purchase that does not come with a power cord, right? It just does not come with a power cord. So you need that. So order that along with the Blackmagic Presenter. Order it on Amazon or go to Fry's, which I did because I did not realize it didn't come with it until I got the box. And so I had to go to Fry's and went and picked it up and purchased it separately. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the link here. Paste, put that link, put that in the comment section. So make sure you can get one of those. All right, and then the next thing you're gonna need is, and this is to connect your camera to, oh, you know what? I think I put the wrong one in there. Hold on. Yes, that is not the correct one. Hold on, stand by. Let me make sure that I give you the right one. I gave you, that was a mini. My connection to not USB, but to HDMI. Mic Pro, okay. There we go. All right, hold on. Just waiting for my computer to get it loaded there. Okay, so you're going to need this, and that is a micro mini HDMI to an HDMI, right? So you're going to need that. That is what you're going to connect to probably your camera. Make sure, of course, first that your camera actually has a mini HDMI or I think there's even a next size up, which I think they call it. So you got mini and you got micro. This one is micro. So you can either have a mini or a micro that your camera will have. If you have a good camera that you want to use as your webcam. Oh, sorry, it's just not giving me the link that I need. The heck's going on here? This is if I could have any more problems on a program, then this I don't know if I can. I don't know if there can be any more. There it is. Wow, finally it showed up. So I'm just copying the link. All right, so you need again, this is the connector. I would get I got a 6 foot. So that allows me to have this camera at a pretty good distance between my computer and the camera. The power cord is also 6 foot, and the connection, which I'm going to show you next, that goes from the box to my computer is also 6 foot. So that'll give me technically about 12 feet of room and distance from my camera, or from my computer to my camera. All right, so I think that's pretty good. You could probably go longer, and I have a feeling that I will probably go a little bit longer on the next purchase of cables that I'll get for this. There is a chance for that, so you just never know. And so right now I'm working with 6 feet and 6 feet, 12 feet, and right now, for what I'm doing at this moment, it seems to work perfectly fine. All right, so let's go to the next thing that we're going to need here, and that is the connection. Hold on. Here we go. So let's go to this. This is called the USB 2.0 cable, A male to B male. This is what you need to connect your web presenter to your computer. All right, from your web presenter to your computer, this is what it is you're going to need to do that. And it's an A to B male. Again, I got a 6 foot cable. Again, just to give me distance and room to be able to work, and just in case I needed a little bit of distance, just to be able to use like the depth of field a little bit more effectively. All right, so you're going to need that. That also does not come with the Blackmagic web presenter. I'm going to go to this other angle just for a second so you kind of can see what it is I'm doing. So what I'm doing, I'm going back over here to blive.tv. I'm going into the comment section. I'm right-clicking and pasting the URL, and then sending the comment. And so over here is the Mimo Live, over here is Be Live, and I can exchange those back and forth if I wanted to. If I wanted this over here, I can move this and put this over here on the screen, and then put the, oops, wow. Man, life is good. And I can move my Mimo Live over to this screen if I wanted to, and just change it out. All right, so that allows me to do either one that I want to. All right, so that is that cable that you're going to need there. And one last thing that I suggest that you get is a USB hub. Because now you're going to be using another USB port, you're probably going to have a mic plugged in there. You're going to have your mouse plugged into an HDMI, not HDMI, to a USB. You're going to have maybe even possibly an external hard drive. You may have your keyboard connected via USB. And what else? I'm looking around to see what else that I have connected into these things. I have a mic. Oh, I have the webcam, which is the other camera that you're seeing that I'm using. And so I would suggest that you get a USB hub. This one is working just fine. I just bought this one today, and it seems to be working pretty good for me. And so I would suggest this or another one. You want to make sure that it's good quality. The reason you want good quality is because, wow, that's weird. Oh, there it is. You don't want to lose anything. And that could be possibly what I'm losing in the connection, right? It could be that I'm losing just a second or two on the broadcast of this camera here because I'm connected into the hub, right? And so this is a pretty decent hub. I would suggest that your cameras be plugged directly into USB that goes into your computers if you can, or get a super high quality, fast USB hub. Now this is just a standard USB hub. I think it was Here it's only $9, but I bought it at Fry's for $19, which I probably should have looked before I purchased it. Again, I think part of it that you're having a delay is because of that connection. Again, it's important to get good quality stuff. If you're going to be doing this and you want to look professional, you're going to want to make sure and do that. So there's the link for that particular hub. All right, so again, just kind of overview. I can see there's people just joining here. So please let me know when you do join, who you are, where you're from, and that way I know who's watching. But I'm testing out the web presenter, which is this box right here, that's allowing me to use the camera that you see now, which is behind me. And let me switch back over to my other camera. So this camera right here is a Linux, and I have it connected via the micro mini HDMI into to an HDMI, which plugged into the web presenter. From the web presenter, I have a USB video connector, A to a B USB connector into the hub, which is then into my computer. My Mimo Live recognized the camera right away, so I was able to select it. There was no issue. And I also saw when I was going to connect to Be Live that Be Live recognized the web presenter. So again, I'm going to go in greater detail in the group as soon as I get the rest of the equipment. There's two other pieces of equipment that I'm waiting for. One of them I'm not sure that I need. I thought I would get it just in case I needed it. But the other one is the face that goes on top here. And let me see if I can find the face so that you can see what it is I'm talking about. And I'll actually even put that link in there too. Amazon. I just saw today that oh my gosh, who's the guy that owns Amazon? What's his name? He just became the richest man in the world. So we're adding to his wealth by visiting Amazon right here. He overtook Bill Gates, Bezos, right? He just overtook him. Blackmagic web presenter. There we go. All right, so let me go ahead and show my screen here, and you can see. So here is the Blackmagic. Actually, let me get a hold of that link. I don't know why this is doing this. This is so bizarre sometimes that it isn't coming up. The link, as I'm looking for it, is not. I'm clicking on it and nothing's. There we go. I had to click on that 4 times in order for it to come up. All right. So, so this is the Blackmagic web presenter. Like it says, buy it again. I already bought it on Amazon once. Again, Bezos doesn't need any more of my money. All right. So it's $470 on Amazon Prime. I got this in 2 days. So you need that. All right. So that's what I have now. And all it comes is with a box. It doesn't come with a power cord, doesn't come with any of the cables. So realize that when it comes, you're not going to be able to do crapola unless you already have the cables that I went through and described earlier in this broadcast. The thing that I'm waiting for is this thing right here. And that is called the, I think it's called Web Presenter Recorder, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. Hold on. Blackmagic Design Terranex Mini Smart Panel. That's what it's called. And so this panel goes right on top of that box, right on the face. Kind of like the radios that, you have those radios that you take off the face and when you leave it and put it in your pocket or purse if you're a woman or you're a man, and you take it with you so it can't be operational. Well, this is that panel. It just goes right on top. I think you can see it if I were to hover over here. It should show it. Oh, no, it's just a different angle. It'll come. La-di-dee-la-di-da. There we go. So that's the panel. You see how it just fits right there on top, and this is what it looks like here. So that panel just goes right on top, and you can switch from camera 1, 2, and 3, and then you got your video and audio that you can select, and then it shows you on that screen what it is your camera's showing you. All right, so that's that. Let me go ahead and put, oops, whoa, let me get out of here. Sorry about that. I do that every time. All right, I can see the people around. Would you let me know who you are and where you're from, please? It does, don't be shy. I don't care where you're from. I'm not, I'm not going to embarrass you. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to give you that link for the Blackmagic. Oops, I put it in the wrong area. All right, here we go. All right. So again, this is just a test. So don't judge me by this broadcast. If you go back, if you watch the replay and see all the shenanigans going on, I was merely originally coming on just to test it. If there was somebody on that can tell me, what the picture looks like. If any of you that are on, and again, this thing doesn't lie. I know that you're watching. Just put your name and email, or name and email. It's not a landing page. Just put your name in there. Let me know where you're from. Let me know who you are. I wish it would tell me who you are, but it's not telling me who you are. That way I can see. You may be watching this in on another Facebook page. If you are, come to the Facebook Live TV show Facebook page and please tell me who you are. I just want to know if you see a delay between my mouth moving and the words coming up. Just wondering if that's one of the things that's happening. Again, what I'm using here is this web presenter, Blackmagic web presenter. It's allowing me to connect to this camera that you're seeing back here. Again, the reason it's darker is because it's compensating for this light here. Now, if I were to move this camera, I'm going to move both of these things here and then change the position here, you'll probably get a different look, right? And it'll probably look a little bit cleaner. And there we go. There, all the creaking noise. All right, so you see it get a little bit better picture. You like my shorts? So you can see that this camera is going to give you a better look. When you have the settings correctly, you can actually get that blurred effect in the background through the depth of field, and you can have that so that you can have that cool look that you see on some of the YouTubers and things like that. That is the thing. And then when you want to switch to this camera here, you just switch the cameras and you go, so you can be like a news person on NBC or ABC or Fox, whatever it is that you watch. So today in the news, we learned today that the crash that was caused by the bird flying into the engine was just a typical thing that happens, and he landed the plane in the Hudson. All right, so there you go. Delayed audio. Thank you, John. Yeah, that is a mystery. I did see on some of the blogs that I looked on that the delayed audio is an issue. I also saw that Mimo Live had an update to try to correct that. Now, they say there's some things you can do in settings. John, you probably have found those settings. I have not found those settings that have actually corrected it. I've tried to do a couple things here and there, but there's some aspect of, I'm sure, has to do with the speed of the internet, the speed of the computer, the software you're using. I am using a lot of resources. Oh, it seems to be corrected. Oh, well, good. I just did it by magic. I want it to be corrected. And so in the news, I was able to correct the delay in the video. All right, and so again, Blackmagic Presenter, which is this thing right here, comes in this box right here. The only thing that comes in this box is the presenter. That's the only thing. All right, I just want to caution you because it's like the old days when you get something and then you get the TV home and realize you needed 2 cables that it didn't come with. This comes with no cables, including a power cord. Does not come with a power cord. You need to order the power cord. I put the link in the presentation, so you order the power cord. When you order the web presenter, you're going to order the micro. If your camera requires the micro, your camera may require the mini. So look to your camera, see what your camera requires to connect it as a webcam. So I'm again using the Lumix, and it requires a micro HDMI to a male HDMI. So it's a male micro. There's a joke there, but I'm not going to use it. To a HDMI, regular size HDMI male. All right, so you're going to need that. So order that along with the power cord. Then to connect the web presenter, you're going to need a USB A to B cable. All right, let me switch to this camera. So you're going to need the USB A to B cable. You're going to need the HDMI cable, the micro. And I would suggest you get a hub so that because you're going to begin to run out of USB ports, especially if you're a Mac user. You have additional things that you have your mouse, you have your keyboard sometimes, you have your external hard drives. I'm looking at my desk to see all the things I have. You're going to have maybe a microphone, which I do, connected to the USB, and you're going to run out. So you might as well get one now. You're going to end up needing one. And what else? I think there was one other thing. Oh, well, here's the box for the electrical cord that's no longer in there. All right, so you're going to need that. So I would say you're going to need 4 things. If you order the web presenter, Blackmagic, these are the additional things that you need. Really, for sure, I know you need 3, but I would suggest you get that 4th hub, and you need that. So I think together, the additional things that you need are going to cost you about $50 for the additional cables and that kind of stuff. It isn't like I'm watching a dubbed movie anymore. Oh, good. You're not watching a Godzilla movie. And so, yeah, about 50, I think it was $56 for the additional stuff, because the only reason I'm wondering, because I got an additional micro to see if I could connect my GoPro, because it does have a mini connector on this also. So I'm going to see if I connect this to the web presenter. And then I got a phone holder for my truck, which my last one finally just got old and the glue stopped sticking and it fell off. So all together, I think I spent $60, I think. So I think the additional, I got 6-foot cables. There's some part of me that wished I would have got 10-foot cables, but 6-foot cables for everything. That way I could, again, get distance, right? You want to be able to go farther. You don't want to be confined by the, a 4-foot cable. And that would not give you very much room to play with. Yeah, good. So John McCabe, he is doing, are you still doing your in the days in the life of John McCabe? I haven't seen you go live in the last couple of days. Maybe I've just missed it. But John McCabe has decided, at least last week, I saw that he is doing something very, not risky, what's the word? Is it brave? Brave? Soldiers are brave. Firemen are brave when they're in a fire, and police officers, which I'm retired now, so I'm no longer brave or run to gunfire. But John is doing something I would say fairly brave, and that is putting his life out there and talking very openly about some of the things that he's going through. And talking about his travel. So I applaud John for doing that. I really want to connect with you, John, in the near future just to see what the results are. What is it are you getting what it is that you had planned to get out of doing those things? That really, I'm really interested in finding out. And maybe, I don't know if you've been already using a Blackmagic web presenter or anything from Blackmagic to already do this, but this is a great tool. Yes, but I've been off for a few days. I thought so. I was thinking, where has John been? I wanted to know what thing he's talking about, and because he caught me off guard. I missed a couple episodes, and I saw that something was happening, and I go, what the hell? What did I miss? It was like I missed Game of Thrones, an episode in Game of Thrones. Oh my gosh, what's happening? I missed something. But yeah, I saw you're visiting Barry Schimmel out there in Chicago. I'm going to start up again soon, just busy with some stuff. Me too. And so good. I'm glad I didn't miss an episode. Can't wait to hear what's happening. And again, I do want to know what the results are and that kind of stuff. You don't have to be coming to San Diego next week. In San Diego, many of us that are in the community of the publishing and the marketing, social media marketing, our good friend Mike Koenig's and Ed Rush are doing a certification for Publish and Profit experts, and that is next week. So I will be presenting from there and probably interviewing a few people. So you're going to want to pay attention to the Facebook Live TV show next week, as John North is going to be there from Australia. John McCabe is going to be there. Yes, I'm going to learn more. That's where I'm going to learn more. We're going to have a few drinks, and I'm going to. Oh wait, no, you did have a beer the other day. I know that you stopped drinking there for a little while. Not that you had a problem with drinking. But I saw you were having a beer the other day, which is for me, which is good. And so I just saw that I didn't turn off my autofocus again, which I yelled at somebody about. Not yelled at, but I said somebody, good, I can drink too. This is going on really long for a test the camera episode of testing this thing over here. Let me change my camera angle. So again, just so people can see what's going on. So yeah, I can't wait for next week. John North is going to be down from Australia or around from Australia. I know Everett O'Keefe is most likely coming down. I think that he's committed to coming down. I've been asked to do a 10-minute presentation on stage. John, are you doing a presentation? I think John North is. A 10-minute TED Talk on stage. If you're watching this and you're watching the replay and you want to know more about it, just send me a private message. I'll see if I can come up with a link. I'm not sure if it's sold out or not, but I'm sure they're going to have another one. So you'll definitely want to get connected and see what's going on. Probably when I'm turning my head, my mic is probably not picking up my voice very well. And so that's next week in San Diego. I really like this 2-camera setup. I feel like I'm on the news. All right, cool. So we're going to see John McCabe in San Diego. If you're watching the replay, just let me know that you watched it by putting something in the comments. That would be very helpful to me. Make sure and share and like if you think this is worthwhile. If somebody was thinking about getting a web presenter, just to kind of see what it is you need once you order it. And again, I'm going to be doing some more stuff in the private group as soon as I get those other parts. So I get those other parts in the private group of the producers group, which you can still get into. You just go to the graphic at the top that's pinned to the top of this Facebook page and click on that, and you will get in there for $9.99 a month, and you'll be able to see what we're doing behind the scenes, and we'll give you some more information about how to set all this up and the different things you can do with it to make your Facebook Live TV show even more professional. All right, John, thanks for joining me. Thanks for commenting. I really appreciate it, and I will see you at the next one. Thanks for making this test successful. I appreciate it very much. All right, take care. Bye.